On a New York subway, people squeezed in shoulder to shoulder, the air warm from too many bodies. In the middle of it all sat a quiet man, head slightly lowered, hands resting loosely on his knees. Nothing about him drew attention. He looked like anyone else making it through the end of a long day. As the train lurched forward, a woman stepped in. She scanned the car with a tired look, the kind that tells you she'd been on her feet for hours. There wasn't a single free seat. She grabbed the overhead rail, trying to steady herself against the sudden motion. For several stops, the man watched her from where he sat, the way her fingers tightened on the rail, the way she shifted her weight each time the train jerked. She didn't complain, she didn't even sigh, but it was clear she needed the seat more than he did. Just when the train hit a rough patch of track and nearly knocked her off balance, the man finally moved. He stood up quietly, almost too quietly for the crowd to notice at first. He gestured toward the seat he had just vacated. No fuss, no need for attention, just a calm insistence that she'd take it. She looked surprised, but she sat down with a relieved smile. The man reached for the same overhead rail she had been gripping seconds earlier. Only then did a few passengers look more closely at him, and their expressions changed. Whispers spread, heads turned. The man who had been sitting unnoticed, blending into a noisy subway car, wasn't just another commuter. It was Keanu Reeves, the Hollywood actor who could have been riding in a limousine, choosing instead to stand among strangers on a crowded train. Someone recorded the moment. The internet exploded with praise, but for Keanu, it had been nothing more than an instinctive gesture, an act of kindness offered long before anyone realized who he was. There was no spotlight, no cameras he knew about, no reason to behave any differently than any decent person would. And maybe that's why the moment stuck with so many people, not because a celebrity gave up his seat, but because he chose to be human first, famous second,